Good morning and welcome back to Cardinal News. I'm Cooper.
And I'm Xander. Let's get started with birthdays.
Happy birthday this week to Perry Graham and David Lowry.
Reeves Scars and Paisley Slater.
Happy birthday, everyone. After an exciting prom attendees had the opportunity to visit AVA Sports in Wichita.
There were a lot of exciting things to do, like basketball and karaoke. There was also an awesome array of prizes that people could choose from. I want some awesome Beat headphones and a comfortable comforter set. How about you, Cooper?
I want a gift card and a cool water bottle.
Nice.
In other news, freshmen and other high schoolers interested in VOTEC had the opportunity to visit Cali's vocational tech facilities.
The students who participated got to learn about different jobs that they could participate in and also got to try out a few of those jobs.
It sounds like they had a blast.
Now let's go over and see what's shaking with Lakin.
Hello and welcome back to What's Shakin' with Lakin. I'm Lakin and I'm here to bring you the latest tea from Dexter High School. The seniors have been up to some pretty crazy activities lately, including senior splashin'. If you don't know what senior splashin' is, it's when each senior gets assigned another senior at random and then has to eliminate them. In other words, just throw water at them or shoot them with a water gun. Seniors can gain immunity by wearing goggles or a floaty that anyone can see. So far, there have only been 3 seniors eliminated, and sadly, I am one of them. The other weekend, I was driving around with Xander, and Kylie pulled up to talk to us. What I thought was going to be an innocent conversation about prom turned into her eliminating me with a huge water gun. Ultimately, I was betrayed, but it was all laughs. If you are a senior right now, stay on your guard, because even your best friends might be plotting. Yesterday was Easter, and I hope everybody had a great holiday. Easter is a Christian holiday that celebrates the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, which occurred 3 days after his crucifixion. It is considered one of the most important and oldest festivals of the Christian church. There are lots of fun traditions that are also associated with Easter, including attending Sunday church services, decorating eggs, and fun Easter egg hunts. Dexter, for one, has an Easter egg hunt every year for Easter, and I know the local little kids have a blast and love the cool prizes they get. This Tuesday is School Bus Driver Appreciation Day, and I would love to give a huge shout out to Richard Arthurton, Brian Kuntz, Delbert Kemp, Echo Vaden, Marla Martin, Casey Colvin, Steve Joyce, and an honorable mention to Cody Cars for filling in whenever needed. Thank you guys for everything that you do for our school. Your time is greatly appreciated and for going above and beyond to ensure that the kids that ride the bus to Dexter School stay safe. Everyone take a moment this week to appreciate their hard work and the important service that they provide. A simple thank you can go a long way to acknowledge their efforts and make their day a little brighter. Well, that's all this week. I'm Lakin, and that's what's shaking.
Welcome back, and thank you, Lakin, for those exciting stories.
Last week we told you guys about the Band and Choir State Festival last first Thursday.
Well, we officially have an update.
Yes, both band and choir have been practicing hard and their efforts have not gone unnoticed.
Band walked away with a respectable 2, and the choir got a 1.
The choir did an amazing job. During one of the pieces, the choir had some movements, and apparently one of the judges got so into it that he began following the movements.
Band and choir should be super proud of themselves. It has been so long since choir got a 1 at state.
Speaking of getting a 1, this Saturday is also state solos.
Gavin Moore and Sierra McBride will be performing their vocal solos to a panel of judges at Heston College.
These 2 soloists have been working away on their pieces and putting in the hours.
We wish them the best of luck.
Now let's go over to our Cardinal of the Week.
I'm Caden with Cardinal News. Here with our Cardinal of the Week. Can you tell us who you are and what you do?
I'm Mrs. A. I'm back at Dexter Schools as an instructional coach.
And will you describe how you felt whenever you first started working here?
I first started working here teaching high school English, and I was legitimately terrified. But I learned to bluff, and the kids didn't know any different.
Well, look at you now.
Look at me.
And how does it feel coming back as a mentor?
Not too much different, except I have a lot more contact with the teachers and less with the kids.
And we're all happy to see
You're
her
all
back.
happy about that, aren't you? Yes, I know.
And what do you miss working here at the school?
I don't miss the grading. Don't miss that part. When I first retired and wasn't back here, I miss the contact with everybody, not with the students, but also with my colleagues. I have good friends here. I had good friends here. So um, that was a little tough, not having a finger right on the pulse of everything that was going on. That was different.
Yeah. And what have you been up to since your retirement?
Well, initially, I was getting some writing done that I had put off for a long, long time. And I would just go to town any day of the week. That was such a novelty, not to have to wait till Friday. So that was nice. Um, I stopped setting the alarm. That was nice.
That is
That is nice. Uh-huh. And I did a lot more reading than I had time for. Since I've been back, all of that hasn't been quite as much, but yeah. So that's that's about all I changed.
so no super fun vacation.
Um, well, yes, I did take one last last fall. Yeah, we did. We went to the Ark Encounter and to the Creation Museum. Went up back up through that area of the country in the fall. That was nice. So, being able to travel other than in the summer, that was a perk.
Ark is a really amazing place. I've
It-
been there once.
Yes, it really is. That's right.
And on a previous episode, we had you batting with Cooper. Can you tell us your experience with that?
Oh, Cooper is he's still in trouble, Caden. I'll just tell you the truth. First of all, I thought there was an ageism issue, but then I realized Mr. Reimer was batting also, and he's old too. So then I couldn't say it was a prejudice due to my age. But Cooper was supposed to provide me with a wooden bat, and he did not. So if I had had a wooden bat, possibly even a torpedo bat, I think I could have done it.
Well, the team does have a wooden bat.
See,
So
so I feel like he did that on purpose because I insulted his sport by saying it moves too slowly. I really feel like it was retaliatory that he was pitching a different way. So I still kind of have it in for Cooper if you want the truth. Yeah, that's true.
well, that's all the time we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Caden.
And back to the newsroom.
Welcome back to Sports with Cooper. I am joined today with,
Coach Cagle.
and you were the football coach, and now you were the middle school basketball coach,
Yep.
and now you're the middle school track coach. How's that been going?
It's been going well. We're 2 meets into the season and continue to show improvements with individual events, relays, and pretty much everything. So
Now, what has been your track background, and did you ever see yourself coaching it when you were younger?
so I ran track in high school for my sophomore year.
Were you any good?
I'd like to think I was pretty good.
Yeah.
Made it to state and had some success, but I don't think I ever had the thought of coaching track. My mind was always set on just coaching football, but when the opportunity presents itself, you got to take it.
Now, like you said, you guys are 2 meets in, and do you have any people that stand out that have done well or just improvement to you so far?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I don't think I'm gonna name out
Yeah.
anyone specific because a lot of people have been doing
Yeah.
great. But as a team, we've gotten 2 meets in so far, and we just had our second meet yesterday, and our 7th grade boys and girls placed first overall in the whole meet. So that was really good and showing a lot of personal improvements and good results in individual events as well.
Now, this is your first year coaching track, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any weird or strange strategies or drills that you have implemented into your everyday routine at practice?
I don't think it's weird or
Yeah.
strange or anything. I kind of just try to implement the same workout routines and warm-up routines that I did when I was running track. And I don't know, some of the kids may think it's a little
Yeah.
strange or weird, or maybe they're just not used to it.
Now, another question about practice. In your opinion, what is the most important part of your practice schedule?
It tends to vary depending on the day. So especially in track, if it's a day before the meet, we got to focus on making sure our technique's cleaned up, not pushing ourselves too hard, and making sure we're fatigued before the meet. And then days after the meets, we got to focus on recovery and stretching and making sure we're taking care of our bodies the right way so that we're prepared for the next meet. So just making sure we're doing everything right, making sure they're knowing their techniques and skills so that we can get them ready for the next step, which would be high school track.
Now, in track, there are just so many events and different individuals that are in the events. So, as a coach, how do you manage that time and handle it to where everyone gets the help that they need and to where you can have that like one-on-one coaching time?
Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle stepping in as a first-year coach, and we have about 30 kids on just the Dexter side with 2 coaches out there. So it's a little difficult from time to time to really hone in on one group and get specific coaching for them. So we just try to do our best to bounce around and allocate here and there some time for each individual groups and try our best to make sure we're still getting them adequate coaching and getting them prepared.
All right, thank you for your time.
Cool.
That's all we have time for. And now a special message from Xander.
That's all this week. And remember,
It's a great day to be a Cardinal.